All right, tell me the name of your book. Oh, notice first of all that this is on MLA 8. This website will also do APA style and Chicago style. I started working on one earlier today and I thought, that looks weird. It's all wrong. And I looked up and I realized that it was on APA 7. And so you need to make sure that it's on MLA 8. That's the style we use. And then when you do your book, make sure this is on book. Okay, we're going to look for yours, Sophia, and let's see if it comes up. What's it called? Surfer. And who's the author? Okay. She actually wrote it? Okay, so let's put this in and see if it brings up the second person. Okay, well, was yours published in 2012? See a date in there anywhere?
It says originally published in 2004.
Okay, well, let me go here and see if the 2004 is showing up. Okay, but which one was yours? Let me see. Oh, I love all these colored sticky tabs. Okay, so this is the first edition then. All right, so we're going to change that on here. So we're going to click on this, and this is so amazing. Okay, so they have the author, Bethany Hamilton, and whenever you bring this stuff up, you have to check and make sure that the information is correct. This is really good, especially compared to EasyBib, but you can't just pick a title and then be done with it. You have to check everything. So we know that the one that you have is 2004, so we're going to change it here. Okay. We're basically citing the whole book, not just one chapter. Is that true? Sometimes you will be citing a chapter. Oh, and some of you probably have a book that doesn't have an author, but it might have an editor. Okay. So if your book says, if sometimes like research books are like this. I see a big old book there. What is that? Is that an encyclopedia or? Okay, does it give an author on that? Oh, okay. All right. Sometimes if it's a kind of a research-based book, it won't have an actual author. It'll just have like editor. If so, you would want to click editor, okay? And you see how when I click that, this shows up here, okay? But we know this is an actual author, so let's see. It says somebody else too. It's Cheryl Burke. Okay, let's just put this in and see if you have more than one author. Oh, okay, wait a minute. That's 3 or more. Oh. 3 or more. Well, I don't know what with so-and-so means, actually. We're just going to leave. We're just going to let it be, okay? If it's 3 definite authors, then put in all 3 of them, okay? All right. Sometimes people have books, ebooks, like a Kindle. Anybody use a Kindle?
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, you see you've got several formats you do here: print, online or web, or an ebook. If it's an ebook, which would be like a Kindle, you would click that. Okay, and then down here, it asks you what type of electronic file. Is yours an actual Kindle? Okay, so saying it was a Kindle, what if you had the Kindle edition, okay? It shows you down here what to pick, Kindle edition. or there's different ones, Nook file, or, and it puts it in the right place down here, you see, if that's the case. Now, it isn't the case in here, but if you click one of the E editions, then it's going to give you the chance to put it in down below. When you click print, it just goes away, all right? Now, we know that this is the first edition. She's got 2004, and you only put an edition number. Say, obviously, it was republished in 2006 and in 2012. And maybe some other times. So if it was the 2012 one, it'd probably be third edition because it was 2004, 2006, 2012. Okay. We don't need to worry about it when it's the first edition. Notice that it says only if other than first. Okay. All right. Now it looks like we've got everything that we need. Now you can see how this is the correct format for MLA. Last name, comma, first name, period. Then the title of the book, Soul Surfer, et cetera, period. Then the publisher, Simon & Schuster, comma, and then the year it was actually published. Now, in the old days, how many of y'all have had to do a bibliography or of some sort where you had to actually put the city in? Okay, that's an old thing, and they don't do it anymore in MLA. I think it's just because books are published in so many different places, just depending on the best price they can get on whatever the printing or whatever. Okay, so now we've got it. We're going to click Save Citation. Okay, and there you go. Look at that. Now we're not doing in-text citations, but this is one thing I love about this. EasyBib does not have this. If you have to create an in-text citation, for those of you that might have to do that in another class, you just click on in-text and it tells you how to do that. Anybody having to do in-text citations in another class? Okay, well, you don't have to worry about that until level 2 in this class. So with the in-text citation for this one, it's Weston. All right, now let's have okay, let's do a lesson from the Vikings. We'll put a lesson from the Vikings in there. The easiest way to do your web articles is by opening up the actual article on the internet, okay? And here's the lesson from the Vikings. Look at that. That's a cool picture. So that you can actually copy and paste the web address, okay? It's a lot easier. Sometimes you get problems trying to find, it has a hard time finding articles without the URL. So you copy and paste the URL into this one that says web page, okay? And Linda, don't let me forget about doing the interview, okay? All right. So we've got our article title in there. We've got, I mean, not the article title, we've got the actual URL. Now we're going to click search. All right. It'll always say this, please verify and modify the information below as websites are not standardized. Date last modified, publisher and author might need to be entered manually. Okay. The first thing we notice is that there's no author listed. So you go back to your article and you act like a detective and you try to find out if there's an actual article. Lots of times on internet articles, even if there is one listed, the author will not be included after you do search, okay? And yes, there are authors listed. There's Alex Harris and there's Brett Harris. So let's go back and do that one. All right, Alex Harris. All right, now we know there's another one. So we do a plus here. And we know that it's Brett. And you got to make sure you put the last name and the first name in the correct boxes. Otherwise, they won't end up in the correct form. The correct form is the first author, last name, first name, comma, and the second author, first name, last name. It's a lot of ticky little rules on citation of sources in MLA. This is a great tool to help you remember some of those things, but you've got to sort of know the rules anyway, or you might not notice when there's something wrong. Oh, it very nicely put in the date modified for us. Let's check and make sure. October 4th, 2005. It's saying it was October 4th, 2015. I'm assuming that's that's somewhere here on this page. Otherwise, it probably wouldn't show up. Wow, lots of comments. Comments are longer than the article. Okay, let's just try to check it out. Well, I don't actually know where that came from, but I'm tempted to take Citefast's word for it. There might be some kind of digital information that it's picking up that I can't see, okay? Okay, the title of this one is actually a lesson from the Vikings. And when you do articles, the way you show articles is with quotation marks. The way you show books is with, now you know this, italics, okay? This is an article, so it's in quotation marks. Now the website is called The Revolution. And then it says only include published if publisher differs from the name of the website. Most big websites are their own publishers. Now, if you were to cite an article that I wrote, the website would be different from the publisher because my website is called Writing to Learn. The publisher of my website is actually WordPress, okay? But I have never found anything on this website to indicate that it's being published by anybody besides The Revolution. They probably had their own website built, okay? So you only put in the publisher if it's different from the name of the website, okay? This is a very handy little piece of information here, which EasyBib did not include, so it always caused a lot of trouble. The date accessed is the day you actually access the article. And I already did this once today, but I usually just click today and it will add that. And then the URL always comes up when you first put it in there. So now we look at our citation and we have Harris, Alex, and Brett Harris, period. A lesson from the Vikings, period. Notice that the period goes inside the quotation marks, not outside. The Revolution is the name of the website. It was last revised on 25th January 2014. And you do abbreviate months in Works Cited pages. Never in your heading, but yes, in your Works Cited pages, okay? And here's the URL. Notice that they don't put the https://. You just start out with a www. And then a period, and then accessed 17 November 2021. That's today. All right, now let's do save citation. And there you go. This is so cool. I just love it. All right, now I'm going to show you how you actually make your Works Cited page. Let's see. We've got 2 books and a website here. You will have at least 1 book and at least 2 articles, okay? Oh, let's do one more. Let's do Linda's. Linda, oh, it's 2:30. Okay, Linda, just for practice, let's do the interview. All right, person interviewed. What's your dad's name?
Mason.
I should know that. It's on that email name I get. Okay, and let's say you were going to interview him today. Okay, let's just put in today's date. 17 November 2021. Interview type, personal interview?
Yeah.
Personal interview. If you did it by phone or email, that would be, you'd write that in instead. Okay, look at there. There it is. That's all you need. That is awesome. Save citation. And here's how you go and put it on a paper. You click copy and paste. It'll bring this up. You do select all. You open a new, well, open your paper, add a page to the end because this goes on a page all by itself. Okay. And then you do paste. Oops. Wait a minute. I must have forgot to paste it. Hold on a minute. And then I'm going to let y'all go. Select all, Control C. That's how you paste. I mean, that's how you copy. Ta-da! Perfectly formatted Works Cited page. And that's how you do it. Okay.